On a beach in the sun, watching the sand clinging to sweaty bodies and sneaking into those most secret nooks and crannies, I hear a golden man with golden hair and a well-tended golden moustache, say loudly that the water's polluted, unclean, as he empties another bottle of amber solaire onto his glistening golden skin.
Reading one of her short poems, Kyle Mewburn is set to join fellow Central Otago authors Brian Turner, Gillian Sullivan, Michael Harlow and Mike Riddell at the Central Stories Museum and Art Gallery in Alexandra on National Poetry Day, the 23rd of August. These days Mewburn writes poetry for children, but she started out creating poems to help her work through personal issues.
I wrote a lot when I was struggling with coming to terms with the world and life and relationships, and so it was a way of expressing yourself and trying to put in words what you're feeling without being all very saccharine about it, hopefully.
She says the meaning behind poems is often an unsolved mystery, remaining open to interpretation.
Yeah, but that's the thing with poetry, isn't it? It's really, you never know what unless you know the poet and they can tell you. And if they're a normal poet, they'd probably say they wouldn't tell you anyway. So you've got to it's about just getting something from it without being over-analysing. Once you start thinking about it too much, it's supposed to touch something which is deeper than on the surface.
And in her own writing, she's all about letting the words come to her.
I hate children's stories and I hate poetry which tries to tell you something specifically and says, this is what I'm saying, which becomes a sermon more than a poem. So I try to sort of just randomly have an idea, which could be a very small idea, and unfold it, or let itself unfold, really.
Members of the public are also invited to submit their own work or work by a favourite poet or songwriter for display at the Central Stories Museum and Art Gallery. In Alexandra, the South Today.